Vibratos, they've got to be one of the sweetest sounds on the harmonica. I've certainly talked about this topic on my YouTube channel before, but why not talk about it again with a fresh perspective on how I'm getting this traditional throat vibrato. I have a lot of people ask me about this technique. I'm going to talk about a quick tip or two on how you can practice and develop your own vibrato. So the vibrato I'm discussing today is a throat vibrato. Let's talk about what a vibrato is. It's really the oscillation between two note choices, one being slightly sharper, or you could say one being slightly flatter than the other. And because there's a difference in pitch and the fact that we're kind of oscillating the breath and giving it this on-off sound where we go, we get this beautiful vibrato tone out of the harmonica. So vibratos tend to occur on the draw notes where we can change that pitch slightly through micro bending or sometimes even past the micro bending point. And I'll discuss that as well. Tremolos don't have any pitch change, so you might find, for example, a tremolo on a one blow. But once you breathe in, even if it feels like you're just on a draw note, you're likely dipping into some sort of pitch change. So here we go, the throat. What can you do to develop your own vibrato? I recommend that you just take a 2-draw. Let's start with a 2-draw on a C harmonica here, real clean, and just breathe in. Opening the space inside of your cheeks, your mouth here, and just shaping the word ah. Unobstructed by any tongue position upward where you could be bending at this point. And first try to just give it this more of a, what's called that tremolo-like effect where you're just pulsing the note, going. You might actually feel like, but with the pucker. I'm puckering in this case, you can tongue block this. Now, I actually highly recommend to all of my students, I tell them practice these draw tremoloed sounding vibratos first where you're at the surface closer to the natural note. Then just slowly as you're going, and what's happening, by the way, is your epiglottis is starting to move. So you're trying to get it to unhinge, open, close, and eventually have an automatic open and close. Now let's just dip into the bend a little bit. That's a micro bend, just so you can hear. I'm barely bending it. And we're getting a beautiful, gorgeous vibrato on the 2. Same with the 3. I barely need to take the note down from the natural note to get a gorgeous sounding vibrato. That's my tip. As you get stronger with the technique here in the throat and you can slowly move these bends, of course you can drive the pitch down even lower for those spookier sounding vibratos. That's more of the half and full step range of the 3. And 2, where we're kind of pushing the limits of that half into the full step range. So that's the vibrato I wanted to talk about today. It's the most traditional and best sounding vibrato that I know. Experiment with mixing dirty notes like 4 and 5 draw and bringing in your vibrato on those areas too, for that really super sweet bluesy sound.